Good morning, everyone. In this video, I am going to try to simulate how to solve a math problem using concrete material. The idea is that you do your own video with the help of your parents and using different objects you have at home to represent the different numbers in the problems. So I'm going to show you what I have in my place. Here are my examples for tens. I have a lot of color pens, so I'm going to use them to represent tens. And I also used a piece of cardboard, and I cut it into small pieces to make this and represent tens. One thing that you need to take into account, one very important thing to take into account, is that your tens have to be bigger than your ones. So here I'm going to show you the examples of ones. I use beans, I use pieces of a puzzle, and I'm also using pasta to represent the ones. As you can see, these three materials I'm going to use to represent the ones are smaller than the tens. So that's what you need to take into account. This is only an idea. You can use anything you have at home to represent the tens and the ones. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now are examples of place value grids you can use to solve the math problems. This is in Control Academic in case you want to print it and use it to represent your problems. In case you want to create your own, you can also do it. As part of the video, you're going to have to represent a comparison between two numbers. So I'm going to use the number 12, which has 1 10 and 2 ones, and the number 25, which has 2 tens and 5 ones. You're going to use the symbols for greater than, less than, and equal to represent the comparison between these two numbers. So as you already know, 12 is less than 25. So I'm going to use the alligator that represents this relationship. And then I'm going to say 12 is less than 25 because 12 has 1 10 and 2 ones, and 25 has 2 tens and 5 ones. This is exactly what the kids need to do. In the paper that it's in Control Academic, you will find 6 numbers to compare. So please represent those 6 numbers using concrete material. I used color pens and pasta, but you can use whatever you have at home. And do this with your kids. Now I'm going to show you how to represent a problem, a math problem, using concrete materials and the UPSC strategy. Remember that the U stands for understand, the P for plan, the S for solve, and the C for check. So what you need to have ready before you start your video is the concrete material, in this case cardboard for tens and pasta for the ones, the names of the two people involved in the problem, and the symbols equal to, greater than, and less than. So my problem says Mate has 33 toy cars and Caro has 54 toy cars. Who has more toy cars? According to the UPSC strategy, the first thing I need to do is to find out what I need to do. So the kid, the boy or the girl, needs to say, I understand that I have to find out who has more toy cars. Then they move on to the P for plan. In plan, they need to represent using concrete materials the number of tens and ones in each of the numbers of Mate and Caro in this case. So I'm going to have Mate in this place value grid and Caro in this one. So now we see the numbers represented in the place value grids. Mate has 33, so you have 3 tens and 3 ones, and Caro has 54, so there are 5 tens and 4 ones. What we need to do now is to solve the problem. So we need to find an equation to represent the relationship between Mate's number and Caro's number. So we're going to say, I have to say an equation and the name of the person with more toy cars. So you're going to find the symbol that corresponds to the equation. So I have 3 options, equal to, greater than, and less than. In this case, 33 is less than 54, so I'm going to use this symbol for this equation. And then it's ready. In the last part, you have to check your answer. So you're going to need to say why your answer is correct. In this case, my answer is correct because 33 is less than 54 and 54 is greater than 33. So Caro has more toy cars than Mateo. And that's how you do it. Kids can use many different strategies to solve the problem and to represent it using concrete materials. So please have fun and let me know if you need any extra help. Bye-bye.